Hey, I am here to make an Inscryption um, sigil tier list. I think this is going to be a useful tool for anyone getting into this game. I think sigils are like one of the key mechanics of the game, and what they do is like one of the most important aspects of the game. So, first off, I like to get some of like the easy ones out of the way. First one is, I forget what it's called. Fuck. This one. Fuck me. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Sprinter. This card basically means like after battle phase ends, it moves to the right or left. In my opinion, this is like one of the worst sigils in the game. It can be nice to like you can set it up on one turn, and then like it moves the next. But ultimately, like in the long term, it's just gonna be a liability. It's gonna get in the way of your plays, and ultimately, you want your cards to stay where they are. There's some times where it's good, but it's most of the time it's just worse than not having a sigil. The only time I can stand it is on Pronghorn, which has bifurcated strike, which we'll get to in a second. So while we're up here, let's see, rabbit hole. Here it is, rabbit hole. I'm gonna say that rabbit hole is exceptional. I think that this sigil is really good. Combined with several other sigils, it's really good. In my opinion, just the ability to, like, on a 1-cost card, this lets you go to a 2-cost on turn 1, which is really good. Bees Within, I'm going to say, is like a worse version of Rabbit Hole. I think there's some situations where it's good, but honestly, defensive cards are bad. Touch of Death. Touch of Death, it's good. It can get rid of a problem card. It's really nice for getting rid of some of the stronger cards in the game, but it just doesn't do that much. Honestly, it doesn't help you win the game. It just gets rid of a card. But strong attack cards already do that, and you want strong attack cards. Fledgling. It's all right. I can't really think of like it gives your cards +1/+1 once, which is okay. I mean, a campfire does the same thing but better, honestly. I wouldn't add this sigil to a card if I had most of the options on this list. Dam Builder. I'm gonna say this one's also neutral. I'm just gonna change it. But I'm gonna like put it at the bottom of the neutral. The dams are nice, but they get in the way later. You can't sacrifice them. It's just a worse version of Dias, which is, I'd say, good. But the problem is that the only card that actually interacts with these in a positive manner is the Dias Call or whatever. The card that actually has the sigils. So it's like Dam Builder, but like slightly better. And I would never take this off the card. Hoarder. This is probably one of the best effects in the game. They put it on like a pretty mediocre card that is Magpie. On any other card, and combined with like any other effect, it is probably the best effect in the game. Having a searcher in this game is like the best effect because it lets you get out the cards you need to win. If you have like a Gek with many lives, then you can grab that Gek and then you have resources for the rest of the game. If you have resources, you can get a game-winning card. It is the best, one of the best cards in the game, or sigils in the game. Burr. Burr is good, but not really worth it. Again, defensive cards are bad. They don't help you win the game. They just stalls until you can get the cards that help you win the game. and that's a liability because they're not doing anything while you're at it. Mole Man's pretty good, but he just, it's just meh. It's good, but not that good. Vicinity. I'm mixed on this card. In Kaycee's mod, it's actually nerfed, so it only gives you one, and then it never. You can only duplicate your card once. Otherwise, it's really good. I'm gonna say, just for Kaycee's mod, it is slightly worse than Beehive, or maybe. I'm gonna say it's about the same as Beehive, honestly. Other outside of Kaycee's mod, it's really good and can lead to infinites, but or infinites with benefit. That is where you get a extra card every time. Combine it with many lives or something, and you've got a really good card. Loose Tail. This one's okay, I guess. Getting an extra card on the field is good. It's like Warren, but it's not always guaranteed, and it relies on being attacked, which isn't great. It protects your card, which is good, but it also causes your card to move, so it's a bit of liability. I'd say it's the best out of these, but not as good as Rabbit Hole. Corpse Eater. Corpse Eater replaces a card that's been destroyed in battle. It's good. I'm gonna say this might be controversial, but it's neutral. I actually lost a game to Corpse Eater because of Corpse Eater. I was fighting Miner, and it came out after I had a card. After I intentionally destroyed a card in the field, and it clogged up a mine. It's a decent card, and it helps you like keep from losing momentum, but it's just not that great. And there's not too many cards that like where this is like fantastic on them. Bone King. Bone King's good. I'm sorry, it's neutral. It's alright. It's not a special effect. There's not many like powerful bone cards in the game, honestly. They're nice to have, but like I would never go for this for like over one of these, I guess. Some other people have different play styles, but this is definitely my opinion. By the way, this is all my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to leave a comment and let's discuss, because I'm open to being wrong about these. There's definitely strategies I haven't seen before. There's definitely things I could be wrong about. Maybe there's better ways to use this, but honestly, like in my eyes, it's just better to like only have like one or two bone cards in your deck, and like two, because if you get to draw them in your starting hand, they're dead cards. This can help alleviate that, but honestly, it's just better to not play around bone cards and to play around blood sacrifices instead. Okay, next up is Waterborne. It's okay. In fact, no, I'm going to argue it is a liability. It's not the worst liability, but honestly, like, unless you're putting this on a really strong attacker, in which case you should be winning anyway, being unable to block in a lane can be deadly, especially if a strong card gets thrown into that lane. The only card that gets this is Otter, and I would never put any sigils on Otter, and I wouldn't actively put the sigil on another card. I think it's dangerous on the lane because it leaves when your lane's completely exposed. So yeah. Unkillable. This is probably the best sigil in the game. Put this on Gek, and you have infinite resources. Put it on a number of cards, and you have infinite resources, or just generally, it's so good. This is one of the best sigils in the game. I'm gonna put it behind Search because Search is better, but it is getting this on like a totem. Sharp Quills. Neutral. Defensive cards are bad. you should be attacking, not defending, and a card that only does 1 damage when attacked is just so meh. It's just better. It's nice to kill enemies on enemy phase, but I would rather kill them on player phase. Hefty. Hefty is also a liability, but not as bad as these two. This could be this could save one of your cards, honestly, much more than this one can. So I'm going to put it into above these two. But honestly, a card that moves is just more of a gimmick than anything. It's more of a hazard on the enemy's team than it is a boon for you. Ant Spawner. This one's okay. It gives you a 1 cost in hand. In an ant deck, it's good, but it's just not that good. It's alright. There's lots of better effects over this one. Guardian. Same issue as this one. Defensive cards are bad. You want to play to win. Airborne. Airborne is exceptional. It's really hard to get Airborne on a good card, but if you have any attacker that does like 2 or more damage, it's pretty worth it. Many lives. One of the best effects in the game. Again, this one can win you games. This is one of the best resources. Put this on a goat, and you have 3 blood forever, which is insane. Repulsive. This is probably one of the better effects in the game. I don't think you can get it. I haven't seen anyone get it yet. So yeah, but it's on starvation, and it single-handedly wins games for the NPCs, so I think it's probably one of the better effects. Frozen Away. This is a defensive card. It gives you... It's mediocre. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. Steel Trap. This is also a defensive card, but I think it's a pretty good one, so I'm going to put it up here. Honestly, I think Poison's better by merit of it not having to die to win. But yeah, that's a good card. Amorphous. I mean, honestly, like, I could put this anywhere on the tier list. I'm going to put it in neutral since it could just end up anywhere. I mean, I'd rather have a card that I know is what it's going to do rather than not know. Bifurcated Strike, exceptional. A 3 attack, put this on a Coyote and you have a game-winning card. It's just really good. I don't have Tidal Lock, Moonstrike, blah blah. Leader. It's good, I guess. It's better than these two for sure, but it's like a +2, honestly. And you have to have 2 cards on the field. It's fine. Weird. Stinky. Defensive card, but it also helps you beat the moon. Top of neutral. But actually, top of neutral. It's better to not take damage at all than to reflect it or block it. Airborne. This is like, I don't know. It's better than Bones, but it's like, I don't know where to put this. Somewhere in here. Worthy Sacrifice. Why am I missing some? Sorry, I'm looking at a list here. Worthy Sacrifice is exceptional. Combine it with one of these 2 effects, and you've got a fantastic card. Trifurcated Strike. This will win you the game. All you need to win the game with this card is 2 might, which is crazy easy to do. That's 1 campfire, that's putting Mantis God on any other card. This can single-handedly win you a game. And the last one is Pack Rat. This gives you a random item. It's honest, putting it with other cards is really good. I say this is like top of good, maybe bottom of this tier. I think items are good, but like on a one-use card, it's not that great. I think it's good. It's pretty good. Yeah, so this is the sigils for now. Let's see. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Let me skip through. I just want to talk about Kaycee's mod cards. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. Kaycee's mod. Brood Parasite. An egg playing. I haven't seen Brood Parasite yet, but it's not. It doesn't seem. It seems like it would be a neutral or good based on what it looks like. Rampager. Same thing as Hefty. It's a liability in the long term, but it could potentially save a card. So I think I would put Rampager above Hefty since it's more versatile. Made of Stone. That it's so specific. I'm gonna put it in neutral because it's like it's not bad, but it's not good, and I would never put it on a card intentionally. Double Strike. Double Strike is exceptional. Doubles basically just 2 times to your attack. Bloodlust. Bloodlust is good, like bottom of good. I would rather have a stronger card, and also survivability is not something in this game. Morsel. I haven't seen Morsel yet, so forgive me. Armored. Armor defensive issue. I would say it would be at the top of neutral. It's basically stinky. No, wait. No. Oh, that's kind of good, but I wouldn't put anything there. Bone Digger. Neutral. Just not that good. Annoying. Bad. Liability. Scavenger. Neutral. Pinnacle Hatchling. That's... I don't understand that. Okay, just one more. Let me... Arms of Exi... Oh, Extaxio? Oh, never mind. Let's look more time. Morsel. Morsel does what? Okay, Morsel seems alright. It's on a bone card, which is good. If you had a strong Gek or something with Unkillable, but then you need 2 sigils. Yeah, I don't know. It seems interesting. Putting this on like a strong Ouroboros would be nice, but I don't think that would ever happen. All right, so that's the end of the tier list. Sorry I couldn't get the other ones on. Unless there's another site, but yeah, but other sigil sites look like this, and this is just bad. Anyway, if you like this video, you know what to do. If you disagree with something, let's discuss. Again, I'm open to opinions on this. Again, there's a lot of this game I haven't seen. I haven't played too much into Kaycee's mod yet, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. The sigils in there don't look too strong, but they also don't look too bad. Again, this is all my opinion, although that's kind of granted, but most people have to get mad. Again, if you disagree, rather than leave a dislike angrily, explain yourself in the comments, and I could change my mind, honestly. There's Fecundity is like, for example, if you were like, oh, Fecundity in Act 1 is overpowered, and you give it this, and it wins the game. Yeah, you're probably right. But in like Kaycee's mod, I'm thinking, eh. And ultimately, it's like a hard card to get onto something good. Gek and Fecundity, that's an infinite with advantage, for example. See, now I'm second it. But there's so many better sigils to put on Gek. Like Undying on Gek is better than Fecundity, I think, in Kaycee's mod, but Fecundity in regular Act 1. Anyway, yeah, this is how I'm gonna end it off. See ya.